seen our next guest several times before on Sound and Vision. He's got a brand new LP out on one of the Enigma subdivisions. It's entitled Naked Teenage Girls in Outer Space. Everybody please welcome the leader of the Ugly Janitors of America, Mr. John Trubee. Hey, John.
Hello, Jim.
How's it going?
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. How
Yeah.
come?
Well, because I'm wasting every day of my life in a hardware store working as a clerk. And it's very frustrating to know that each day that you live, you're wasting your day doing something that you hate. But I can't complain too much because most people in America do things that they hate.
This is true. But last time you were on the show, you were kind of in the same fix.
That's right.
Things haven't changed.
Yes, we're going to be tortured forever in lousy day jobs.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. What, you've got the album out now, and you had to do this at nights after work, right?
Right, Sundays.
It's kind of hard working a day job and getting the album in the can, huh?
Yeah, but it's still exciting. It's a fantastic opportunity, and I'm just thrilled to death to be able to do it. I mean, Bill Hine of Enigma called me last year and asked me to do it, and I almost collapsed with happiness, and so we did it, and I'm just happy. Enigma is quite an amazing label.
They seem to be very supportive of you. I read lots of things in which Bill and Wes tend to bring your name out a lot, saying all these great things about you.
Well, that's great. I appreciate it. But they themselves are very doing amazing things with their label. It keeps on getting larger each year, and it's an amazing label. They put out a lot of great records, especially mine.
All right, now let's talk about the new album. You've got some songs that I've heard you do live here. Naked Teenage Girls in Outer Space, which I guess KXLU is on because I've heard it on the radio. That's an instrumental, right?
That's right.
Okay. What kind of things inspire you to write these songs? Where do you draw your inspirations from? Are you getting inspiration at the hardware store?
Absolutely not. No. My inspiration comes from the love of playing music and listening to it. And when I was 13, I used to listen to Beatle records, like Magical Mystery Tour, and I thought, you know, that's a great sounding record and it's fun, and wouldn't it be fun to play that? And listening to music. I simply love listening to music, so a lot of it is just a general love of music.
Did you used to listen to Frank Zappa a lot? Because I've heard your material compared to Zappa's.
By whom? Who would say anything like that?
Well, if you stop and think about it, it's kind of it's adventurous and eclectic, and it almost borders on freeform jazz sometimes, huh?
Well, I do a variety of different material, but Mr. Zappa's work is far better and more organized than mine is.
You're right. You're right behind him there. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
This material is great. Tell us about some of the other songs here. How about Leper in the Shadows?
Leper in the Shadows was written about a month before we went in to do the recording session for it, and it's basically my message to the world. When I went out looking for work after high school and after college, it was the typical thing, rejection. And anybody who has gone out looking for work can relate to that constant rejection. And you know that you're able to do different things, and you're not, no, I know that I'm able to do interesting things, and I was just angry beyond belief that no one would accept me or hire me, or
This is a kind of an angry quote you've got on back. You've got Nietzsche quoted. One is punished most for one's virtues. Tell me, what virtues are you punished for?
Well, I'm not deliberately punished by anybody on purpose, but I consider one virtue, if I may be a virtuous person, that one virtue that I like about myself is that I can write music, and music that I like and other people happen to like. And for this virtue, I invest a lot of my personal income, which goes down the toilet. And
you know what? Let's stop right there. We're going to pick this up next week because it's a two-part interview. Thanks a lot for being on this week, and we'll pick this up in part 2. I'm Jimmy Bolella. You've been watching Sound and Vision. Good night. Hi everybody, I'm Jimmy Bolella. We're back again with the second part of our John Trubee interview. John Trubee of the Ugly Janitors of America. He's got a brand new Enigma LP out called Naked Teenage Girls in Outer Space, and he's with us tonight, and you got him. Hey, John.
It's on Restless Records.
On Restless Records, an Enigma subdivision.
It's a subsidiary of the Enigma Entertainment Corporation.
That's right. I couldn't have said it better myself. When last we left off, we were talking about the LP. Let me ask you a question. Does it bother you that you're not more accepted commercially or by the public at large? What reasons do you think?
Well, no, I can't complain or whine about that because in order to do that, you need a lot of money, like a manager or booking agent backer behind you. And one thing that bothers me about a lot of popular music or even local LA bands is the idea of putting out music and putting out records and playing in clubs degenerates into a popularity contest. And if you remember high school, anybody that ever won a popularity contest, who were those people? Well, the blandest, most boring people, the stupidest people, the liars, the dimwits were the most popular. They're the blandest. And the same applies to politics, and it also applies to popular music. Most popular people are the people that don't tell the truth, that don't say anything too controversial, and are just bland themselves out to get to the top of the popularity heap. And if that's what it takes to be popular, well, I don't really mind about not being popular.
Yeah, you've reached a level of popularity yourself. I've seen at your gigs people like literally throwing themselves down in front of the stage saying, "John Trubee, you are God." I mean, you've reached a certain level of popularity yourself. And you've managed to do this all without a booking agent or a manager.
Well, that's correct. With a record, with a lot of the promo copies of the record, we're going to be sending them out to try to get booking agent working for the group and so forth. That's a major portion of, major idea behind having the promo records and stuff. No, we're not that popular. The people that you've seen throwing themselves down in front of the stage might be emotionally unbalanced individuals.
Yeah, there were a few of those too, evident. No, I'm talking about some influential people around town who I'm not going to name right now. But you have definitely reached a level of acceptance.
Well, if I was that accepted, then I'd be getting enough money to get out of the damn hardware store, wouldn't I?
Let's talk about your earlier career in tapes. You've got your own mail order campaign going.
Career? It's just a scam to try to,
What's on these tapes? People write into you and they say, send me one of your tapes, and what do they get in return?
They get a amazingly dubbed tape. What happened was I used to give out cassettes of my music to various people, and I noticed that mostly friends and people that were interested and people that I liked, and I noticed that occasionally these people would erase the tapes or throw them away or something like that, and I thought to myself, I just wasted an hour of my life to dub this tape for this ungrateful person. And I want my music to go out and be heard, but I don't want to waste precious hours of my life for people that really don't care.
So you have a bunch dubbed off en masse?
No, I dub it off one by one or two by two.
Individual, handcrafted
yeah,
copies.
so I'm still wasting hours of my life dubbing the tape, but I get compensated for that by charging for the tapes now. Except for people that I like or I'm sure that won't erase the tape, I send them to Poland, I send them to Canada.
Where else can you get such personalized service? Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up now. Before we go, did you want to show us what you brought? A few things with you that?
Well, I brought these amazing props. This little baby doll I bought at the L.A. County Fair, and remember The Exorcist 2, that film?
Oh yeah.
Well, there are these pictures of a locust flying in towards the screen. So if we can get a camera going here, and maybe we can get this. Bazuzu, I deplore you,
okay,
Bazuzu.
You've seen it here first. It's our version of Exorcist, The Heretic 2, and we're going to wrap this up. I'm Jimmy Bolella. Thank you, John Trubee.
Shut up.
Take care. We'll see you soon.